I'm Nok, spelt N-O-C. I go by Nokuchi on all things art related, social media, and I am one of the founders of Nokuchi Apparel. I'm 23 and from Australia. Like most artists you'd ask, I've been drawing my entire life. Ever since I could hold a pencil, I doodled on something. But I started taking it more seriously when I started high school because my best friend was already really good at drawing like dragons and things, and I just was inspired to push harder and focus to become her artistic equal. I haven't had any formal training, so I guess I am self-taught, if there is such a thing. There have been so many people, both online and offline, so many movies that have inspired me, and so many things that I've been taught by those around me that I couldn't take all the credit. I mean, I've made sacrifices and pushed as hard as I can to get where I'm at, but I wouldn't call that self-taught because I didn't grab everything out of nothing. About a decade ago, my brother, who is the co-founder of Nokuchi Apparel, along with me, had his own clothing brand. It was gaining decent traction, but he had to take on the responsibility of looking after me, of getting me through high school. So he had to stop doing that. But now that I'm an adult and we have everything sorted, we have come together to create Nokuchi Apparel and take what he's learnt and add my skills and create something better. It started with an idea. We wanted to create something due to our love of fashion and our love of Japanese culture and respect for our own heritage, and create something unique. In terms of the physical process of starting a brand, we contacted OCC Apparel, who caters to our needs of having all the garments ethically sourced and made locally. They provided the fabric and the manufacturing so that we could start getting things made. Kakushin wa kibo no chi wo nagasu, or innovation bleeds hope. So if innovation were a sentient creature, its blood would be hope, because you can't innovate without hope. The current situation of our project is garment testing. Prior to now, we've gotten designs printed onto t-shirts, but they were just standard ready-to-go t-shirts and not made through the ethically sourced ways that we want, just to see how things would look. Now we're at the stage where our patterns have been completed, and so we are getting our first t-shirts actually printed onto the correct fabric and the correct cut of the shirt with better quality materials. Once this limited run of 50 to 100 t-shirts have been produced, we will hand them out to our friends and family and supporters to see how they wear, to see how they wash, their comfort, and just to get any feedback so that we can change anything, adjust to what we need to, and then we will print the final products and have them ready to sell. The wonderful people who helped my brother and I to make this happen. First, we wanted a shodo master who could create the calligraphy that would complement my designs. So we went with Junko Azukawa, who is a shodo artist based in Melbourne, who is fantastic at what she does and is super supportive in what we want to do as well. Secondly, we needed someone who could create the patterns of the garments for us. Luckily, We are friends with Nancy of Dreaming Vibrations, who is a talented seamstress and whipped up the patterns in the way that we wanted them very, very easily. Thirdly is Nokuchi Apparel, who I mentioned before. They do all of the garment producing and the fabric supply. Lastly, someone who has provided us with great publicity is Lewis Stewart, who is a champion in Indonesia for motocross, who has helped us tremendously with publicity and getting the Nokuchi brand out there and in front of people. We are very thankful to all of these people. Yes, we're very happy with what we've produced so far. I think that happiness is important before releasing anything. We're still finding our niche and honing in on our identity, but at the moment we're pretty happy with how things are going. We haven't really faced any problems as of yet. If you change that to challenges, domain name and website has been a process, but apart from that, the biggest challenge that we had was finding a manufacturer to supply the fabric, but we did that, and so things are not problematic. Everyone has been super supportive. Our friends and family have given us great feedback and they give us ideas all the time. We will create what we want to create and stick to our vision, but we are up for creating things that people around us would like us to create, so we'd love to get to that eventually. But the response has been fantastic. We have many plans for the future. We'd like to reach the Japanese market, spread worldwide if we can. We'd like to make our garments in-house so we don't have to outsource and everything can be made the way that we want it to be made. We'd like to increase the quality of our garments and maintain our ethical standards. On top of that, we'd love to collaborate with other artists, musicians, filmmakers and athletes to support creatives and give them opportunities to reach wider audiences and make something great together. Tips I would give. Firstly, know what you want to do. Do you want to mass produce? Do you want limited? Do you want sets, custom? Then know your demographic. Find who you're targeting so that you can adapt to them and get to know them so they want to get to know you as a brand. Also create unity within your brand so that everything has a cohesive feel about it, so that when someone sees it, they know it's from you. Once you've got all that figured out, stick with it and put in the effort to get it to where you want it to go. Have hope and innovate. I believe in you.